Hey guys, welcome back here. We are in. I know I promised you guys to play with Bayern München and set up the Heinkes tactic, and also setting up the Pep and also setting up the Barcelona 2018-2019 edition. But it's a little bit hard tonight. I watched the El Clasico. I'm gonna try to get something out there, but it's hard to make it real life. And one thing is to make the tactic, and the other thing is to make it work, so you get the results you also want. But what I have been working on, guys, is the 4-3-3 of Solskjaer, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. In Norway they call him Solskjaer, and I don't know what they. So we call him Solskjaer, I think, in English. Okay. Anyway, the one thing with Ole Gunnar is he's playing. Ole Gunnar is playing the 4-4-2 diamond. He makes me remember a lot. For example, Zidane, when he took over Real Madrid, he gave the players more freedom. He was more calm guy. He didn't push them, pressure them that much, and he started with those crosses. I don't think if you remember, a lot of crosses, and he suddenly moved Ronaldo up as a striker and went into both diamond formation and sometimes 4-3-3. Solskjaer is also doing the same, a lot of more crosses. They are playing more wide than they used to do. He's a calm guy, he's giving them the freedom, and they are also using the diamond formation sometimes. But I think we are focusing on the 4-3-3, but I think you will be needing the diamond formation beside you. And the diamond formation, I don't think you need to. The team tactics can be as it is, but you can set up a players here. You need a more movement here and things like that. Okay. When it comes to results, the thing is that I think the whole Manchester United team is away when you start the season, so you have to start it up with your, reserve team almost. But we began very well, you won 6-0, 3-1. This is almost your reserves. Your players come back these 2 weeks over here, and you have to make them work into the team. As you can see, this is my second try I do with the system, and because why I try it out in the season, I made it work, so I had to start a new game and see how it works from start. But you always need two tactics, especially if you're playing a tactic like this, because you're gonna create a lot of chances, and you get a lot of shots like this. 11 shots, 7 on goal. That is good. We defeated Tottenham. As you can see, we own the possession, 11 shots, 7 on target. That's good, and we scored the goal by Mata. And one of the also things you have to try to get when you play the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer formation is to make Pogba function as it really does in life. And I know you are starting to look at the player roles. Oh, this is wrong, this is wrong. Okay, guys, but you have to remember, and many of you will say, Manchester United plays 4-2-3-1. No, yes and no. You have different transitions in the game. You have one thing when you got the ball, some things when you don't got the ball, and so you have to think about that. Okay, so we start with the formation, guys. We play 4-3-3 because that's the way they stand when they lose the ball. It's 4-3-3. They use a ball playing defender. That is normally, I think, Lindelof here, and you got one central defender. They play out from behind, but both of them are not ball playing central defenders. Okay, and we don't push anything here, as you can say. It's the simple things. The goalkeeper is a sweeper goalkeeper in defense. At the right, fullback in attack. And why am I not using a wingback? Because the right back normally comes in pace here, over here. Okay, he's not standing high up here. He's attacking more. Okay, so when we get the ball higher up, he comes in attacking round. That's why I have to use a fullback in attack. At the left, of course, but Luke Shaw comes in a way behind Martial. Martial is the first wave, and then he comes as the second wave, and he's all normally standing high up in the field, but he gets the ball and then starts, or he gets the ball, passes in, then goes around. Okay, so with the fullback here, we don't touch anything, but with the wingback in support here, sorry guys, we ask Luke Shaw to stand wider in the field. That's the only thing we're going to take on. The deep line playmaker is Matic. You can put him as a defensive midfielder defense, but as he's a deep playing midfielder in defense, deep line playmaker in defense, he won't do any crazy thing with the ball. He plays simple. He will stand there and he shots less often, he dribbles less, and he holds position. So that's the second question you guys gonna come with, is why not Herrera, who normally plays here, why doesn't he play either as a ball winning midfielder? Some of them maybe say Carrillo, because he's not standing wide. I use him as central midfielding support to mostly have the right, if you can look at here, we want him to have the right mentality that is positive, like the rest of the team. But his main job as a central midfielder in support is balancing the attacking and the defensive responsibilities. He will get forward when necessary, but he will mainly keep to the center of the pitch and attempts to thread passes to the players in the final third. That's what Herrera does. He doesn't have hard. He's not saying that he's using creative passing. He's standing here. He's standing central in the field, just like Matic, and he's keeping the ball. But he's a little more aggressive than Matic when it comes to winning the ball. He goes a little bit higher up in the field. That's why we're gonna punch in more urgent. But I don't want him as a ball-winning midfielder, because it's not a ball-winning midfielder either. He's not roaming around there. He's tackling harder. He's marking tighter. He's holding position, as you have to set up here. We ask him to take fewer risks. We ask him to shot less often and dribble less, so the ball goes in rotation. As when he wins the ball, he just passes away. Simple passes, simple passes, simple passes. Pogba, I don't use him in attack, and the reason is I have him in Mezzala in support, because I want him to come from down at, and you could maybe use him as an attacking midfielder here in central, but I want him to be a little bit more wide and come from this part of the field. So even one thing I put him here, and the second thing is he will come with his head against the goal, and that's where Pogba is really good. If I use him here, he will get a lot of passes with his back against the goal. He needs to be here, and he needs to stand wide. He takes more risk, guys, and you have to also go in here and touch out, take more risk, and shoot more often. Pogba have delivered really well for me here in this game. As you can see, 5 games, 4 goals. So that's in the Premier League. And in the other game, he was totally dominant in the game. At the left, you got the Martial role here. He's the inside forward in attack. I don't ask him for anything else than what's asked of him in the game. But this Mata here at the left, that is the more just Lingard role. I ask him to get 40 forward in the field. So you will also touch this one, and because as they can lead here is to seek the players to seek to make an impact on the game in the advanced areas by increasing the rate of forward runs they make while maintaining their place within the overall structure of the team. So yes, and that's what we want him. We want him to get more movement, more runs from his position inside, because when we're gonna take him as an inside forward in support, dangerous thing is he's just gonna stand here. But Lingard also makes some runs behind here. And the thing here is Rashford, you can use him as advanced forward, but the reason I use him as a complete forward, I think, yes, he goes a lot of runs behind the defensive line. That's his job, but he also dribbles a lot around here, and he works extremely hard defensively. What we also ask him is, we have him complete forward in attack. Complete forward in attack. One problem we have with a complete forward in attack is that he holds up the ball. We want him to dribble more, take more risk, get forward, move into channels and roam from position, but the hold up the ball is not something we like. So you could also go here and take the advanced forward, because what you will get here is that you get he will get more forward, he will move into channels, and then you can go in here and you can ask him to roam from position just like a complete forward does. And you can also ask him to dribble more if you want that, and you can ask him to don't take more risk, because like that. And you could also use him as this one. But the problem with advanced forward in this formation in Football Manager, if you use him in attack, is it will be too much space in here. So in a way you have to then move forward Pogba in this role over here behind the strikers. I don't want Pogba to stand there, because if you put Pogba there, he will stand with his back against the goal. He will be he will be played into fit with his back against the goal. I want him to come with pace, with speed forward. But But you can try it out, guys. You can try it out. You have the positive here. You set the formation. You ask them to play more wide, to attack, to play wide, play out from defense, work the ball into box, shorter passing but higher tempo. You also ask them in transition in when you got the ball. No, when you lose the ball, is to counter press and of course counter. This is one of the main things. Solskjaer has set in the counter press here, and you have also moved up the defensive line. Take more short kicks. They try to play the ball from defense, but it's not always distributed to the center backs. Sometimes they go to the backs, and that's also important why we also use Young as a fullback, not a wing back, so he doesn't stand too high up in the field. The defensive line is higher up, and line of engagement is higher. In the start, you could, when Solskjaer started, this was not higher, it was much higher, and the defensive line was much higher. They don't normally use offside traps, so I try to make it realistic by not doing that. They use tighter marking, and they do prevent short goal kicks distribution when it's possible. And they are also pressing more intensity, more urgent. When it comes to that, guys, the results, as you can see, have been very well. And then from my last game, when I started with it, you can see the very similar style of play. You get a little more crosses than maybe United does in real life. You want more through balls maybe, but you have to sacrifice that. You can see this, you get the ball 60% here. It's very similar to what they do if they play against Crystal Palace. A lot of shots, only 5 on target, so that's the part you need a chance to, because my experience with Football Manager is when you create a lot of chances and not all of them are on target here, or is a clear-cut chances, you will have hard times in winter time, especially to get the results you want with the same formation. So maybe set up the diamond formation would be perfect for you. Here you can say against West Ham, we're getting better and better, and one of the reasons we are getting better and better is I'm getting the players to play. Look, for example, Alexis Sanchez have been here all the time, but Rashford has just joined the team. And yeah, we won 3-0 here. We can see Paul Pogba scoring 2 goals. Only 1 goal against the shots on target here. And we got the ball a lot. You got against the Cardiff. That was after international break, I think. We played them out 64%, only 3 shots on goal. That's not good, guys. That's not good. I bought in Saul in the midfield because he can play. But if Pogba goes out, you really have a problem in this team with this style. Against Fulham here, you can see 27 shots, 7 shots only on goal, 50-50 on the ball possession. And so I would make a diamond formation here. I would make the diamond formation. I would use then Rashford as advanced forward, but Lukaku more as he's not a target man, because remember Lukaku goes wide when he is playing with Solskjaer in his diamond formation. So I will maybe use him as a complete forward in support and make him roam a lot and hold up the ball. And then you had in the diamond formation, then you have Pogba higher up in the field. Guys, I hope it was any help, and it's really cool game to play, especially with Manchester United. But for me, Lukaku made as a complete forward gives you better results than Rashford. But again, Rashford is new, just came into the team. He was injured when he came, so it was a long time before I got him into the team. The players that work here is Pogba is awfully good, Matic is good, Herrera is great here, guys. I have to give Saul some playtime because he wants to be a key player in the team, but so I have to rotate him between these 2 places. I cannot take Pogba out just to take him out. And Saul is a great player. He's a better player than Herrera. Fred is a good player. This is with the update as it just come out, guys. So you don't got any Fellaini here. And but my problem is to get Jesse Lingard to play the inside forward role here, because he don't got the passing. He got great work rate, but he in his okay pace, great off the ball movement, but it's not what you really want. And with both games I had saves, I had a hard time making work there. But as a Mezzala, it can go, but he is lacking the passing. That's what makes his problem. And Mata works very good in this tactic information, guys. Anyway, guys, I will not take too long of your time. This was all I had to give this time, and I'm still working on the Heinkes and Barcelona 2019 edition. Thank you very much, guys, and bye.